What's up, everyone? We are back again. In the last episode, we made it through the dam and found where Tommy has been staying. Basically, what happens there is Joel tries to drop Ellie off, and Ellie runs away. And we make our way to this ranch house.
Take it easy. Everything's...
And we get attacked yet again by more bandits. So we're gonna see if we can't make it through here.
Back.
Look down there.
Come on, you coward.
And there we go.
All right.
Doesn't get much easier than that.
We're clear. You want a hand up?
Got it.
Yeah, it's kind of another scene when Joel is going out that door that you kind of expect something to happen. Guess they kind of trick you a little bit a few times in this game with those type of moments.
There she is. Kids will be watching movies tonight.
Where is this lab of theirs?
It's all the way out, University of Eastern Colorado.
Go Bighorns. Ellie, get off your horse. Give it on back to Tommy. I'm gonna hang on to this fella. That's all right with you. Go on, don't make me repeat myself.
What are you doing?
Your wife kind of scares me. I don't want her coming after me.
Sorry for stealing your horse.
Well, come back to town. Let's discuss it at least.
Tell me, my mind's all made up. University, Eastern Colorado. How do I find this lab?
It's in the science building. Looks like a giant mirror, and you can't miss it.
Take care of that wife.
place for you here. You know?
You good?
I'm good.
Adios, little brother. Right, it's called turnover.
And if you clear the 10 yards, then you're back at first down?
First down, that's right.
Man, that's confusing.
Hey, you just gotta play it a couple times. It all makes sense.
Alright, there you see another turning point in the game, I guess. I guess at the end of the day, Joel just couldn't let her go. Which I think, if you've been playing the game, I think you kind of knew that already.
Stay, Callus. What kind of name is Callus, anyways?
My
What
fault
are
you
they like?
forgot to ask Tommy his name.
Callus.
Or I guess I shouldn't say playing the game if you've been paying attention. I know some people play these games but don't really care that much about the story, they're just going through it. We're gonna pick up a few goodies along the way. Come on, get off the horse.
I'll stay with Callus.
Hate that name.
Alright. No, we're actually just gonna stay off of the horse for the time being.
Well, we'll head to Central Grounds. Should be able to see most of the campus from there.
Let me see, I believe that is the majority of stuff kind of out here at the entrance. I guess maybe I'm crazy, but I thought there were some parts or something over there.
Just study, even though they were all grown up.
Study, party, find themselves, figure out what they wanted to do with their lives.
Make our way on upstairs. And yes, I know that there's a flamethrower down there. In case you're wondering as you're watching. I'm just going to do all this first and I'm going to grab it on my way back out.
There was a lookout here.
That's a good sign.
Yes, I just did that again. I have to say I've probably used more smoke bombs in this playthrough so far than what I've used in all of my other playthroughs combined. It's just not something that I typically use. It's not really intentional or not intentional, I just never use them for whatever reason. I'm just making sure we're all clear and reloaded and have everything set up that we need. Alright. Now, I still don't know how much we'll use the flamethrower. I suppose it could come in handy, but maybe I'll try and work it in. Let me see. I'm definitely going to increase the clip capacity. We are ready for that armor piercing, that is for sure. We are going to go ahead and give this thing a couple of upgrades in the clip capacity department. Actually, no, I'm not going to upgrade that at all, at least for the time being. Let's go ahead and upgrade that once. Do not need the scope. Go ahead and increase our clip capacity as well.
That'll do nicely.
I always think it's funny how, like for instance, that pistol did not have a full magazine in it, so he ejects it and puts another magazine in, but you would think that you would have to take the bullets out of the other magazine in order to have the same amount. I know it's not that big of a deal, it just always kind of made me laugh how you'll have like an entire magazine other than like one bullet in it.
That's a giant ram. You guys were
Optional
like
conversation for you.
It came to sports. Yeah.
I'd say that's a pretty accurate summary of sports fans.
How many people do you think are there?
I'll be right back.
Fireflies.
Looks like it takes quite a crew to run that operation.
Do you think there'll be other people my age?
I'm not sure. Whoa.
Sounds like runners.
Stay with the horse. I'll get you to it. Yes, I don't want him running off. I'll be right back.
As you can see, there are quite a bit of these guys floating around. Well, I have to say I was not prepared for this. As prepared for this as what I thought it was. I forgot that I did not have a bottle or a brick. So we're actually going to have to do this section just a little bit differently unless I can find one real fast, but it's not looking like it. Come on, hurry up before she turns around. Alright, so typically what I would do here would be from that other side, I would take a bottle or a brick and throw it in there. And whenever they all go to it, you just throw a Molotov in there and you call it good. And that would take out most of them. So we'll improvise a little bit. Really hated using up 2 of my valuable resources that way. 3 if you count the arrow that I wasted. But that was about the best option we had for the situation. And watch, I'm probably going to go downstairs and find a bottle or something down there that I could have used. And made the whole situation a lot easier. But it is so much easier to just use a Molotov or a nail bomb there. And I guess in theory you could probably sneak in and kill those all pretty much with stealth, because you've got 2 walking, and other than that they're all just standing there kind of crying. And if you recall, whenever they're just standing there crying like that, it's pretty easy to just walk right up to them and kill them.
Can you imagine being up there all by yourself? That's cool. I'm just saying. What about you? What'd you want?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a singer.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Sing something.
No,
Come on.
I don't think so.
I think this area is basically clear as well. So we're going to push onward.
Scooch.
Aw, are those monkeys?
Yeah, a whole mess of them.
We're going to make our way over here. I wanted to double check and make sure there was nothing down there. Can't remember where it's at, but one of these, like stairways, actually has some bullets at the top. Have us a nice little extra room here. Another training manual. As you can tell from what I've left behind, I did not use enough of my El Diablo ammo earlier, so I'm having to leave some behind. But we are now at 100. And we're going to go ahead and do this Shift Master again. And then we're also going to make our Molotov. And now we are going to head back over here. We're going to drop down and get back on our horse. And that pretty much takes care of this area. So we are going to move on here.
Let's try that gate.
There it is. This won't budge.
Of course it won't budge, Ellie. What kind of game would this be if I could just walk right through the gate? There's our map. Alright, now this is where things can kind of get interesting. Starting to wonder if maybe the ammo that's at the top of one of the staircases I was talking about is a situational thing, because there are certain situations in this game, I'm not sure how they're programmed exactly, but in some instances it only shows up if you have less than a certain amount of ammo. Or like in grounded mode, for example, if you go into some areas with less than a certain amount of ammo and you restart the checkpoint, it will actually give you ammo for your gun, so it gives you extra bullets throughout the game. You just have to know when and where to do it, which I do not, but I'm beginning to think maybe the ammo that I found before was based on that situation. And of course we got another collectible right back there, for those of you that are wanting to find that stuff and to read through it. Just keep in mind that we have not gotten every collectible. We're basically just getting the majority of the ones that we are coming across or that are within a certain distance from us.
Demon spores.
I was thinking that was going to let me open it, but then it didn't pop up that time. Now this is one area that I would very highly recommend using stealth as much as you possibly can. because if you don't know, there is a bloater down here. You could see him down there at the end. And we don't really want to fight this guy in addition to having to try and dodge these clickers. So you really want to try and get these guys all taken care of before trying to deal with him. We are going to make us another shiv. We don't want to be low. I do also want to state for the record that you do not have to fight him. But the reason that we are going to is because for those of you that are wanting to do collectibles and such, he actually has a firefly pendant on him. Ooh, and I'm out of rifle ammo. That's alright, we'll just use... If you have a rifle right there, that is probably 10 times easier. I know you're probably wondering why I didn't just use the flamethrower, but the main reason for that is that I didn't want to get that close to him, because that guy is a one-shot kill. If he gets his hands on you, it is over. And since we don't have any range on that flamethrower, we don't want to take a chance on trying to get close enough to shoot him with that and actually do the damage that we need to do to him. I'm pretty sure my El Diablo ammo disappeared, but as you saw, you did get a firefly pendant from him. So that is the only reason you might have for killing him. Otherwise, if you don't want to kill him, or really hardly any of these enemies, if you can sneak past them, all you gotta do is get to this door. Whoops. Wrong button. I was thinking it told me to press triangle there. And as with a lot of sections in this game, once you get to this point, you don't have to worry about anything behind you. Another collectible. And there are no more enemies up here, so you don't have to worry about trying to sneak around or be quiet anymore or anything like that. You can just go on about your merry little way.
More infected, I'm fine.
Here, come open the gate.
You know, they are still holding out quite a bit of hope here, but I feel like at this point they should have already started kind of putting it together. There's no way that the fireflies are still here with all these infected, especially having these clickers and the bloater. And in this case, since we killed the bloater and Joel finds the firefly pendant, I mean, I feel like that should be a pretty good sign as to what's going on. And then you throw in the fact that there's no guards anywhere, no nothing posted. But you can't blame them for holding out hope.
Those clickers. I think they were fireflies?
No. No, I don't think so.
Why would they have an infected so close to the lab?
Well, Bill used them as a form of defense. Maybe they're doing the same.
Yeah, I could see that.
But then it makes me wonder kind of right there if Joel actually does know and he's trying to make sure Ellie keeps the hope alive. Because a couple of those statements are a little bit weird for the situation based on what he just saw. But we're going to call it a day on this episode. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see everyone in the next episode, and I sure appreciate you for watching.